In today's video, we're going to be taking on the impossible challenge and walking you through how I got a high percentage 2-star. What's going on, my friends? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the show. It is 5:42 here in Helsinki, Finland, and oh my gosh, my sleep schedule's all jacked up. I'm sure some of you guys can understand. So we got the impossible challenge that went live today, and it comes with 400 XP and 22 gems, which really doesn't seem like a lot, but the challenge itself is actually quite unique, built by RH Base Building. And the thing about this is that you're gonna really have to be precise with the placement of your troops and a bit of luck. Just gonna throw that out there. So we're gonna start down here on the bottom side of the base, and you're gonna need to place 2 balloons in each of these slots at the same time. So simultaneous placement of the rocket balloons to take on the 2 battle builder huts and destroy the single target inferno tower. Next, you're gonna need to jump to the top of the base, and you're gonna wanna drop 2 groups of balloons on each side to take on the 2 battle builder huts. Drop your royal champion and a headhunter to go down, take out the headhunter, destroy it, jump to the outsides, drop 3 groups of rocket balloons to take on the 2 outside single target inferno towers, and this will cause your royal champion to go into the eagle artillery and work on it. Next, you're gonna drop your archer queen, 5 healers, release a rage spell, drop a headhunter to start battling it out versus the 2 barbarian kings, which is actually quite challenging without the rage. You might be successful without the rage, but we're trying to push this queen up into the town hall's compartment. While that's happening, the royal champion will take out the eagle artillery. She's going to activate the enemy clan castle troops. You're going to want to drop an invisibility spell and a poison spell to push those rocket balloons back down towards the archer queen's placement. Now the queen should be locked on the town hall at this point. The rocket balloons should get caught in the poison, and it's going to cause them to die or give the queen the chance to take them down while also destroying the town hall. She should step right or left. You can use an invisibility spell to protect her versus the single target inferno tower and the enemy barbarian king and queen. Drop invisibility spells to keep her alive through this engagement, and you're going to want to use her ability to take out the enemy queen before you ever drop your other rocket balloon. Now this section is where things get a little crazy because you're so focused on keeping the archer queen alive, and you need to place rocket balloons with a grand warden on air mode. So once you use the queen's ability, take out the enemy king, take out the enemy archer queen, we're going to release 3 of the sneaky goblins in 3 different places, rocket balloons, grand warden on air mode, and we're also going to need to drop our barbarian king and use his ability to create spawns versus that single target on the right. At the same time, you're dropping invisibility spells to keep that queen going. And this is where things can get a little crazy for you because I tend to forget to drop the invisibility spells, and the archer queen's ability has already been used. Now, if things work out the way you want them to, the barbarian king should join the archer queen with the raged barbarians or the little barbarians that respawn from him, and they should create distractions for the multi-target, the hidden Tesla, and the single targets, and then you're going to basically keep working them through using the invisibilities to keep the queen alive. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like in real time because it's super fast. Rocket balloons dropped in those 2 tiles to take on the defenses down the bottom side of the base. You're going to immediately jump up top and drop the rocket balloons with the royal champion headhunter, and then your rocket balloons on the outer flanks to take on the single targets. That way your royal champion can move in on the eagle artillery. Eagle will fall. We're going to jump to the bottom side of the base, release the archer queen and the 5 healers with the rage spell, headhunter, and you really got to pay attention to make sure that the headhunter goes in and starts working on the enemy kings. Now that was super fast. We got the royal champion that pulled the clan castle troops, invisibility spell on her. The rocket balloons are going to get caught up in that poison spell, and if you time it right, they should target the mighty yak, and the archer queen should have the time to take them down and get rid of the town hall. She's going to turn towards the right, going after the battle builder hut. We have to pay attention to into that single target, dropping the invisibility spell. This point right here is crucial because if you don't get rid of the enemy queen, the queen on the defending side will destroy your rocket balloons and basically ruin the entire attack. So we use her ability now to get rid of the enemy king, work on the enemy queen, dropping the 3 sneaky goblins and the rocket balloons with the Grand Warden on air mode. The use of his ability is pretty instantaneous. We're not going to wait on that. We're going to try to keep those rocket balloons alive to get in on the multi-target Inferno Tower. Barbarian King is placed down here in this compartment to get rid of the single target, and we have invisibility spells being dropped on the Archer Queen. That part is so important because you'll lose this queen, and if you lose the queen, then you really have nothing to get through the back side of the village, and you need invisibility spells. So we got Rocket Balloon still alive. We have a Barbarian King that's backtracking. He went off and took out another building. The Archer Queen is working on the defending queen, and they're going to work their way down with the spawned barbarians. Those extra spawns will assist with keeping your queen alive versus the single targets. So we got this king working through this channel. He's going to cut up into the elixir storage and the gold storage. Now this portion's really kind of where things might adjust a little bit on where you drop your invisibilities, because we're trying to keep this queen going, but we're also trying to protect our barbarian king. So that's where we used invisibility spells to keep him alive, to bust open walls for the Archer Queen to follow him. So she's going to take on the Battle Builder hut, working up into a gold storage. We're going to need to use another invisibility spell to keep the king alive. And I think we get to about, I think this one goes about 96% on this replay. It was just crazy. It's super fast, and it's something that might require you multiple attempts.